During our recent Baltic Scandinavian cruise, we encountered a bit of surprise when we attempted to visit Visby, Sweden.
Yeah, we were all excited about this. Before we took this cruise, we looked at the itinerary from Princess and we were excited about the stops we were supposed to see. Denmark, Sweden, Estonia, Poland, so many fun places.
And I was exceptionally excited about Sweden because I have a genealogical background and actually family that is still in Sweden that I'm in contact with. So I was over the top excited about putting my feet for the first time ever in Sweden. But alas, it did not happen.
Well, it's Sunday morning in the cruise ship. Just outside that way is Visby, Sweden, our scheduled stop for today. Mm-hmm. And we're supposed to stop there in like about 20 minutes. But now the ship is going that way.
Stockholm.
And the captain just came on the speakers in our room and gave us an announcement, Julie.
Yes. So he announced that because of the weather conditions and the wind speeds and the conditions at the port, that this ship was unable to dock.
So he canceled the
He
stop.
said it was actually dangerous because the ship could have movements in this kind of weather to where it might be hitting the rocks for the breakers and
the weather
cause damage.
The rest of the day is supposed to get even worse with thunderstorms and higher winds.
Yeah.
So
Here we are.
So we don't know how often that happens when you plan a cruise, you're looking forward to certain stops, and then the captain says, not so fast. We're not going there. So he's turned the ship around.
Safety first.
Yeah, and we are making a slow approach to Stockholm, and hopefully we can stop there tomorrow.
I think that's a large port.
Yeah, we're scheduled to be there for 2 days. So we're going to have some more time on our hands today. But these are the things that can happen on a cruise. Who knew? They can say canceled. No, we knew that because we knew people who have, like in the Caribbean, had their whole vacations like ruined. So we're only losing a day.
It'll be fine.
Yes, it will be fine.
We're not losing a day. We're still.
Oh no, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. Way in the distance, we're saying goodbye, Visby. Yeah, and that way will be Stockholm. That way. With unexpected time to kill on an extra sea day, we would not be exploring Visby, Sweden. Instead, held captive on the Baltic Sea with nowhere else to go, we visited the jewelry shop where Julie got her wedding ring polished and all nice and shiny. Then it was time for a Jenga festival to test the skills of our mostly steady hands.
Middle 1/3 layer down. Middle 1/3 layer down.
Okay. Oh, look at that. It's moving. Oh, we're with an expert.
That doesn't look very steady.
Hey, look at you. But eventually, what goes up must come down.
More time on the ship allowed more time for ship exploration. We visited the empty splash pool on this very cold day.
There's your splash pool.
8 inches.
8 inches.
That's as deep as it is.
Well, a little nippy to splash today, huh?
Yeah.
Checked out the almost empty center court where shuffleboard and basketball were just waiting for players.
Just the basketball hoop?
It's a gaming area. So they have like pickleball, basketball, there's basketball hoop.
Oh. Oh, shuffleboard.
shuffleboard, the chessboard. I don't know what goes on there.
And since the sanctuary also was empty, we were allowed to take a peek at the otherwise always private area. The fee for the private sanctuary is about $20 for half a day and $40 for a full day retreat. Where did everybody go? We know they're not on Visby.
Back inside, we perused the well-stocked library of books, games, and puzzles.
So the next thing that we know, we had a scheduled port stop. Our next one would have been, or was, Stockholm. That was what we were expecting next, to have a sea day and then have a port, have the ship stop in Stockholm. So to Stockholm we went to other ports. We thought that Visby was far behind us. We were no longer going to be able to, we didn't even think about Visby after that.
We thought it was done.
It just was done.
Never going to happen.
Yeah, and lo and behold, we're getting within proximity of Visby once again, and the captain had decided to make a second attempt.
Yeah, so this was
5 days later.
Yep.
And that's another big surprise that we had on our particular cruise.
In the distance behind me is Visby Sweden. The captain should have the boat in the dock in about an hour. And this trip is going to be interesting because we were originally supposed to port there about 5 days ago, give or take roughly. And as we were approaching that day, the captain had to abort that destination because the winds were too high for the ship to safely come into that port. There's some issue about that port. So we thought that we had completely lost that destination on the itinerary. And surprise, surprise, about 2-3 nights ago, the captain came over the intercom on the ship and said that he was, looking to see if there was any way he could out of port, given he had to cancel one. And he said it looked as if he might actually be able to get us back to Visby. So that's the plan today. It's a nice day today, very light winds. So hopefully in an hour we will be there. And in talking to a crew member on the ship, we're on the Princess Line, one of the gentlemen said that in 10 years of being on the boats here, that he's been part of many port cancellations, and this is the first time in 10 years he's seen a port cancellation get rescheduled during the voyage. So today was supposed to be an at-sea day, but we are going to be exploring Visby, Sweden in just a bit.
But wait, not so fast.
And some things are not to be. Captain just came on. We were a few minutes. Well, first he tried to get us in at 7 a.m., but the winds on the seas were too high, so he said he was going to try another attempt a little bit later. And he just came on the intercom and said, Visby has to be abandoned again.
Yes, the wind is too high. I think he said it's over 30 knots or something. And he can't control the ship enough to make it safe.
Yeah, so interesting that, 2 attempts, both had to be aborted.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe if you're on a cruise with Visby as a destination, maybe find a different route because Visby seems kind of tenuous.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think the port's not upgraded to the point where it can take these really large ships.
So we have to come up with stuff to do on the ship.
Yes, we do. Again.
Goodbye, Visby. Hello, Yahtzee. So sea days are a great day to practice the art of relaxation. And we got an extra one of those days on this cruise to do that. And if the trade-off is between safety of the ship and its passengers versus attempting a dangerous attempt to dock the ship, we're grateful for cruise companies that put the safety of passengers first.